And we're back with 20-sided dice fight. We left off a little vision about to befold with Atrak. But then a last-minute switch to view our one and only banker. Do you have any thoughts about your vision that you would like to discuss with the party?
Well, right now, let me describe the internal workings of Marcus right now, Al, because that'll probably describe what's going on outside. Marcus, as far as he knows, life is dead. He just had this heart-wrenching moment, this heart-wrenching vision of his brother. He has been going almost non-stop, with little to no time to grieve. Given a task that up till now, he is considered near impossible, but I'm going to try it anyway. He's just really emotionally overwhelmed. I don't think that there's any words that he is physically capable of mustering.
Okay.
It's just rivers of tears. Oh, shut the hell up.
Without further ado, after Oren, you haven't quite seen his face up until now. It's more been an outline of this being, almost not even in this peeking out in the same dimension of space. So it's not so much of a he's not there. It's our eyes are not able to view in that dimension.
Right.
So with that, he speaks. I understand your emotions right now. While these visions may be beautiful, they can also be horrid. As we saw with... Wait. Where did she go? And it's at this moment you all notice that Poppy isn't there.
Whose turn was it to babysit the dog?
She's a cat.
Same thing.
Where did Poppy go?
He just asked us.
I can only imagine she is back on your world. For whatever reason, she slipped through the space. Returned back to her own state of consciousness.
Hopefully she'll wake the rest of us up.
But the universe is not done.
Great.
And you see his, almost like the outline of him just kind of look at you, Atrak. I have a sense that you will enjoy this one.
Enjoy.
As he says this, Atrak, you feel a tugging going on as you allow yourself to be put into the shoes of another. Your vision begins backstage. You're feeling a tad nervous as you see a large, burly orc stomping towards you. You're up! You're up, kid. Knock 'em dead. Well, not literally. We still need to hear... We still need them to pay their tabs. He stomps away. You step forward onto the stage. This is your first ever headliner. You started to gather quite a bit of following as of late, where when the theater reached out to you, you were honestly kind of shocked. Up until now, you've mainly played out on the streets or random taverns. You've always gathered a crowd. But other than a bit of coin here and there, it didn't
This is my big
really
break.
click. It didn't click that you were something big until this moment here.
Having a Johnny Cash moment where I do a flashback of my entire life up until this point before I step out on stage.
You step out. There are hundreds of men and women in the crowd. You normally have a bit of stage fright going in if you weren't so awestruck by how many people actually showed up. This is amazing, you think to yourself. People don't stop clapping and cheering for over 2 whole minutes. And as you rack through your mind, did I even play? What is going on here? No, I just walked out here. This feeling is quite unusual. You usually have to perform, and by the end of the music, that's when the cheering comes. But not this time. You start performing. And you do so for over an hour. Once you're done, people start throwing stuff on stage, and you close your eyes and brace yourself. And you even get hit with a few pieces, but it didn't hurt. It didn't splatter. You open your eyes and you look around, and they're throwing roses at your feet. Whether it be some amount of stars aligning, or maybe this is truly your gift. You just performed the greatest that Foretold has ever known. Shortly after your 10-minute standing ovation, people were begging for an encore. And of course, you indulge. But rather than your typical music, you perform a soliloquy and finish it off with a little poem. The crowd goes wild. They go insane, actually. They rush to the stage, they lift you up and carry you out to the after party located at the inn across the street. Coincidentally, this inn is the first place to ever pay you to perform. The first place to ever give you a shot. It's the Way Inn. Now, if you remember anything about the Way Inn, you know the owner of this fine establishment, Buddy Rowley. Most just call him Bud. Bud's quite the father figure, if you know what I mean. He loves to meet his future friends and always has a story to tell. Also, definitely don't pull his finger. He named this establishment so travelers can ask the locals about it. Bud is often seen during the day walking around the city meeting new friends, welcoming travelers, looking for good conversation. And ideally, this is kind of how he pictures the conversations go. He sees a group of adventurers, much like yourself to be, and he's quite the interesting fellow, and so they walk up to him and say, "Hey, what's the best place to get a drink around here?" He says, "Oh, that'll be the Way Inn." "And where's that?" "Where's what?" "The Way Inn." Yeah, what about it? It's the best damn place to get a pint. Where's the way in? Usually through the doorway. Oh, but back to the subject at hand. The after party in your favor. You get dropped off at the front door, and as soon as you walk in, you're handed a pint, and it's at this moment you realize how great life is. As you enter, you're not thinking about where you're going to sleep tonight. You're not thinking about lovers scorned or the coin in your pocket. You're just taking in this joyful moment of being appreciated. The warm ambiance embraces you like an old friend. The familiar sounds of laughter, glasses clinking, and the gentle strumming of a lute in the corner makes you feel at home. Bud, the hearty owner, spots you and raises his glass in salute. Look who's back! It's our star performer! A toast of Forgehold tonight! Bud exclaims, grin spreading across his weathered face. The room erupts in cheers and applause as you make your way to the center of the festivities. People come up to you wanting to buy you drinks, share stories, and express their admiration for your performance. The air is thick with camaraderie. The worries of the world just seem to melt away. For this moment, you're not the wandering minstrel struggling to make ends meet. You're a celebrated artist, a source of inspiration for those who have gathered to witness your talent. As the night unfolds, you find yourself surrounded by newfound friends, fellow musicians, and admirers. The atmosphere is charged with positivity, and every connection feels like a celebration of life. Bud, beaming with pride, approaches you with a hearty clap on the back. You've brought a rare joy to the weigh-in tonight, my friend. You are always welcome here. Tonight is on the house. You take another swig, and just like that, your vision fades to black. Tiroth, you get ripped from this, what you can only kind of muster of words is like a spectator watching your own life unfold. You get ripped back into your place. As dawn breaks, casting a golden hue over Foretold, you decide it's time to bid farewell to the weigh-in and its jubilant patrons. Bud, still wearing a proud smile, walks you to the door. Remember, Tiroth, you're always welcome here. The weigh-in will forever be your haven. Bud says, shaking your hand with a full grip. Just as you step out to the morning light, Bud hands you a small, intricately wrapped package. Token of our appreciation, Tiroth. Open it when you find a moment of quiet and peace on your journey. With package in hand, you make your way through the bustling streets of Forgehold. The previous night's celebration still lingers in your mind. City greets you with a newfound warmth. You finally get a chance to open the package, and it's an old, ornate tankard with a note inside. This is what I laid out as your tankard of tithes on your first night performing here. Keep this as a token of my personal gratitude. I hope you don't forget about us little folk. Sincerely, Buddy Riley. Now, while meandering through the lively stalls, you catch the attention of a well-dressed individual who introduces himself as Lord Calidus, a prominent figure with a keen interest in the arts. Impressed by your reputation and your, quite frankly, amazing performance last night, he extends an invitation to perform at an exclusive gathering, promising both prestige and a mysterious additional reward. Accepting the invitation, you find yourself in a secluded part of the city where Lord Calidus directs you to showcase your talents. As you observe the various performers before your turn, you catch a glimpse of Lord Calidus' true face. The dim lighting in the back room flickers brightly for just a moment, and you notice, quite frankly, a different face than the one who approached you in the marketplace earlier. You notice a sizable scar on his face, a distinctive mark that reveals the man to be none other than the myth of Forgehold, Bill the Butcher. The notorious figure from Tales of Forgehold's dark underbelly stand before you in the guise of Lord Calidus. Your heart quickens. Your breath becomes a little more rapid as you recall the bone-chilling stories that circulated about Bill the Butcher, a mysterious presence entangled in various unlawful pursuits, corruption, and rumored to be the mastermind behind numerous political schemes. The revelation sends shivers down your spine. And you realize that this gathering is not merely an innocent soiree, but a meeting ground of individuals tied to the city's criminal underworld. As you grapple with this revelation, you notice Bill the Butcher exchanging words with an associate, discussing matters that go beyond the realm of ordinary politics. You know you should do something about this, but trying to uncover more without drawing attention seems increasingly complex. The weight of the situation bears down on you, and with your main performance approaching, a sense of urgency takes hold. You must now make a crucial decision. The stage is set for your act, but the shadowy presence of Bill the Butcher looms over the gathering. Whether to proceed with the performance, or confront Bill the Butcher, or even discreetly find a way to gather more information to understand the gravity of the situation, or simply find a way to protect yourself from the ominous figure now unmasked. Feeling the weight of the impending decision, you take a deep breath and choose to proceed with your performance. The notes of your music fill the secluded area, weaving a captivating tapestry that sounds that mystify the audience. As you perform, you can't shake the lingering unease brought about by the revelation of Lord Calidus' true identity. The gathering continues without interruption, and your performance concludes to an enthusiastic applause. Bill the Butcher, still masked as Lord Calidus, commends your talents personally and assures you that a mysterious reward awaits. The night proceeds with laughter, music, and revelry, but a sense of foreboding lingers in the air. Days pass, and you move on with your travels. The memory of that fateful night in Forgehold haunts you. Rumors start to circulate about Bill the Butcher's increased influence, and reports of illicit activities surge. Regret gnaws at you, realizing that you had an opportunity to unveil the truth, potentially thwarting his dark machinations. As you continue your journey, the haunting melody of missed opportunities accompany you, a somber reminder that of the night you chose self-preservation over uncovering the truth. The legend of Bill the Butcher casts a long shadow over Forgehold, leaving you with a lesson learned of untold consequences. Regret lingers, knowing that you had a chance to expose the notorious figure and potentially alter the course of events throughout Forgehold, but instead, you chose to remain on the sidelines. The consequences of this decision become increasingly apparent as tales of his dark exploits spread, and the realization of your inaction weighs heavily on your conscience. And with that, your vision fades.
We're all together, right?
Correct.
Smack him in the back of the head. God damn it! You should have done something about that.
It is a shame to see that.
You could have taken him like nothing.
It's disappointing
Maybe-
to see that
maybe you're right.
self-preservation seems to still be your true nature.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I've spent too long on the sidelines and perhaps could have done something more. Perhaps I could be doing more.
Who knows how many lives you could save?
I don't think it's a
That's right.
I think you take comfort in the maybe versus the absolute knowledge of your shortcoming.
Hey, he's thinking about it, all right? He's doing some critical thinking right now. He's saying he should have, and he's saying maybe he should, meaning he's thinking about it. As I kind of like grab him, I grab like Tyr, like I hold his like gut, and I say, "You got to put this," and I hit him hard in the chest, like here, and use that.
You only have one arm.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
You just
I like nub him on one side. I gotta take this up and put it here. I forgot about that.
I suppose it would be better to die trying to be a hero than to let evil fester.
Your goal is to be remembered, is it not? What a better way to remember than going out.
That's
fighting
not
a
the
hero.
point. It's not
I'm
about
trying
being
to
remembered.
incentivize the lad here.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be necessarily a bad thing, but yes.
You're missing the point.
if it's of any consolidation, not consolidation. What's the word?
Consolation?
Consolation. Thank you. If it's any consolation, his actions, whether they be true or untrue, are a mere pebble in the ocean of hatred, death, and your inaction, while it may have caused the lives of few, is also why you are here today.
Told you need to step up.
And with that, we'll be right back. All right, we are back. We just saw tales of Tiroth and missed opportunities to kind of get him off of the bench. As a young adventurer, that quite honestly can just be hard. Life in general is hard, and trying to overcome the sense of mental defeat just overall is hard. But with that, Tiroth, you feel that same sort of grip, almost a very otherworldly grip on your physical, we'll call it physical essence. And you are ripped out of this spectator seating position as your vision comes into full color. You hear from the training grounds, "Venators!" You know this is Araxis. It's very interesting because you heard Araxis loud enough for a yell. And you know he has not once actually yelled. He has this very breathy, brittle voice, almost ethereal in nature. It takes you a second to comprehend, but this loud intrusion was sent to you all through a relay. You didn't hear it with your ears, but you heard it in your mind. This has been made possible through the modification process when inducted into the Venator program. Transmission is limited, but it's still a work in progress. But as long as you're on Arcanum grounds, you are connected. You head upstairs, and Araxis briefs the squad on some wild magic occurring in Carantania. After you receive the details, you stock up on supplies and begin heading out. After about a day's walk, you roll into town as the sun is setting. You are given an allowance for a night's stay in the local tavern. You try to ask around, but receive more bad looks and cold shoulders than answers, honestly. The nearest tavern is a little run down, but all you guys really need is a bed to rest. You make your way in the Worn Worm Whiskey Shack and purchase a night's stay for Ghost, Herald, Prowler, and yourself. The publican states that each room comes with free ale. When you refuse, he gets visibly angry and tells you to take the gesture of good faith or get the hell out. So of course, you and your team oblige. Start sipping on some free ale. Tiroth and Revenant, you both are very honed into this. You feel very spiritually connected. You notice as you finish your ale, a spot where your inhibitor is attached kind of gives a tiny bit of spark and a puff of smoke. It's almost unnoticeable if you weren't completely focused. After which, in a moment of uncharacteristic behavior, you buy another round for your team. One round turns into another, and your team finally get a chance to relax. By the time you all make your way up to bed, you see the morning light peeking through the window, and you begin to doze off. You immediately wake up to a sense of a series of explosions in the distance. It's getting closer. You get dressed and try to wake up your team, but they're not in their rooms. You run out of the tavern and you see Prowler dragging Ward. Ward's legs are missing, and you seem to have been blown off. Heralds and Ghost are nowhere to be seen. What the hell happened? Why didn't you take me with? You ask. Prowler states, you were unmoving. We tried to wake you. We thought you died in your sleep. There was no pulse, no recognizable conscience. Some guy with uncontrollable magic is the cause of all of this. We lost Ghost and Herald. They didn't make it. They took the full brunt of the explosion. Take Ward inside and stop the bleeding. I'll follow up soon. It's at this moment you see a man in the middle of the street crying in the fetal position. You run up to him and tell him to get out of the street. It's not safe. He looks up to you, and as he does, Prowler screams, "Red, no!" And as he does, the man fills with energy and explodes. Your vision fades to black. Tirath, when your vision comes forth, and you see a bit of color, you hear, "Venators!" As from the training ground. You know this is Araxis. He briefs the squad on some wild magic occurring in the country of Carantania. After you receive the details, you stock up on some supplies and begin heading out. After about a day's walk, you roll into town as the sun is setting. You were given an allowance for a night's stay in a local tavern. You ask around, but you receive more bad looks and cold shoulders than answers. The nearest tavern is a little rundown, but you guys just need a bed to rest. You make your way inside to the Worn Worm Whiskey Shack and purchase a night's stay for Ghost, Herald, Prowler, Ward, and yourself. The publican states that each room comes with a free ale. And when you, of course, refuse, they get visibly angry, tell you to take the gesture of good faith or get the hell out. So, of course, you and your team oblige, start sipping on some free ale. Kuroth and Revenant. What the fuck? Externally, you notice as you finish your ale, a spot where your inhibitor was attached gives a little spark and a almost unnoticeable puff of smoke. It's at this moment you are all greeted by a group of lovely ladies. They seem genuinely interested in you and your team. A little pushback occurs from you and the Venators, but eventually you give in. You spend the better part of the night with them in the lobby, then take it back to your room for some consensual knocking of boots. The sun comes up, and as you're about to get out of bed, the woman beckons you to lay back down. You don't have to go. Come back to bed, sweetie. Knowing you have a mission, you obviously refuse. It's at this point she grabs onto you. You try to wrestle her off of your back as you both fall through the window onto the cobblestone road. She lies there, blood dripping out of her agape mouth, broken neck. She then takes her last breath. You're in a bit of shock as to what happened in the last 30 seconds. You go to stand and you realize you've broken your left leg. It's at this moment your squad rolls out of the tavern and carries you inside to the bar. Prowler looks up to you and says, Revenant, just stay here. We'll finish this mission. I'll take lead. You'll just slow us down. Hey, barkeep. Slides a few coin. Here. Whatever he wants is on me. They leave. You order yourself the only thing that they actually have available this early in the day. This takes him over 15 minutes to prepare for some reason. As it arrives, the local constable walks in, asking about the dead woman outside. Without hesitation, the barkeep rats you out. He did it! He was with her all night! There was loud commotion earlier, and he came back in not 20 minutes ago with a broken leg. Constable and his men quickly shackle you up and haul you off to a high-security dungeon cell. They toss you in and lock the cell. You spend hours watching the guards pacing back and forth until they suddenly stop. They run out of the building, and as soon as they go out of sight, you hear an explosion. Then another. And another. You hear screams, and then those few screams turn into hundreds. Then suddenly, the only thing you hear is rubble falling. Then one final explosion. You watch for a split second as a large sphere of energy comes bursting through the walls and it inevitably engulfs you in your cell. Your vision fades to black. When you open your eyes and the color starts peeking through, Venators! You hear from the training ground.
Freaky Friday shit.
I prefer Groundhog's Day, personally.
You know this is Araxis. It's very interesting. You heard Araxis loud enough to yell, but you know he's never once really yelled. He's this breathy, brittle voice, almost ethereal in nature. It takes you a second to comprehend, but this loud intrusion was sent to you all through a relay. You didn't hear it with your ears, but you heard it in your mind. This has been made possible through the modification process.
For PBS viewers like you.
When you get up to Araxis briefs the squad on some wild magic occurring in the country of Carantania. After you receive the details, you stock up on supplies and begin heading out. After about a day's walk, you roll into town as the sun is setting. You give an allowance for a night's stay, and as you try to ask around what's the best local tavern, you receive more bad looks and cold shoulders. The nearest tavern's a little run down, but you just need a bed to rest for the night. You make your way inside the Worn Worm Whiskey Shack and purchase a night's stay for Ghost, Herald, Ward, Prowler, and yourself. Publican states that each room comes with free ale. When you refuse, They get visibly angry and tell you to take the gesture of good faith or get the hell out. So, of course, you and your team oblige and start sipping ale.
He's never gonna learn.
Revenant, you notice nothing's out of order.
Except for the drinking third time. Fucking idiot.
You sip your ale, tip the man, and you all head upstairs. At this moment, you understand that Tiroth has seen his vision, and the rest is yours. Revenant, you wake up early and rendezvous with your team outside. The plan is simple. We go in. Plan is simple. We go in, find the disturbance, assess the situation, see if we can non-lethally resolve it, and then extract any individuals involved. Our primary objective is to restore order while minimizing any potential harm to both our team and the surrounding environment. If we can't, we'll go with Plan B. Prowler responds, and what exactly is Plan B? Well, that's where we destroyed all the hell and clean up after. Your team nods in acknowledgement, and you proceed to the town center, where you see a man radiating with strong magic, and looks up, seething with anger. You're cautious to approach. Right as you take a step forward, a woman runs up to you and mentions that the man in the street is her son. He's never had magical abilities up until now, and you lock in closer and tell Claire to analyze. She mentions that she notices a slight teal-colored ancient magic involved. Something that's never really been seen until now. More rumored. You relay this information to the rest of your squad, and Prowler says, Plan B it is then! And you say, no. If anything, that means Plan B is off the table entirely. We need to bring this specimen back to the Arcaneum and analyze where this power originated. Give me a minute to work this out. Claire, can you analyze the situation and tell me when I have an opening to get close? Right away, Revenant. Wait for the next pulse in magic. In 3, 2, 1, go! Red, you run in close. Place your hand on his shoulder and you say, Son, things will be all right. You'll need to come with us so we can help you out. Take this. It should help. And you hand him a chewable magic suppressant, specially crafted for you Venators, secret to anyone outside of the Arcaneum. If you were to ask about this, it doesn't exist. As he takes this and starts chewing, you see that he grows weary and eventually passes out. His mom's worried, but you assure her everything's going to be all right, and you let her know that he'll be enrolled at school at the Arcaneum until he completes his training. You sling him over your shoulder, and you all head back and report to Araxis. And your vision fades to black.
I'd say that went pretty well.
Except
for dying 3 times. But, you know,
I
the
think
rest
that
of
was
it.
more meant for me, since I was part of that vision.
Interesting.
honestly, I can't make heads or tails of that one.
I'm just dumbfounded. Honestly, I want to talk to Claire, but I can't because I can't talk to her here. I'm gonna be like, yo, what the fuck is up with all those other knees dying? Is
Can
that
I
like
say
a
something
training
to
protocol
Red?
or a? I don't.
Can I say something to Red?
Outside
Yeah,
of
you
character.
guys are all together.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
I'm
don't-
waiting for an inn because they're working. So I'm gonna say to Red, I'm gonna just say, you've said before, wild magic can work in unpredictable ways. Yes.
Wild magic? Yeah, of course. That's why it has the name.
Do you think perhaps that is what has given you this ability to get another crack at that situation?
This guy? I don't have wild magic, if that's what you're saying.
Not you. You were hit with a blast initially of some sort.
Right, and you think we
Which is
just
a-
repeated?
What it could have resulted in. Magic is a
That he
strange
caused
thing.
that?
Looping and whatnot.
I don't know, but I'm gonna dig up whatever information I can find on this guy, obviously.
But what information do you have at your disposal currently?
I don't have any right now. I can't talk to Claire. I already tried that.
Yeah,
I
mean within
believe
yourself.
I can be of help.
Oh, well, I didn't think you'd be one to dole that out.
While I cannot grant physical help, I can help illuminate your mind.
All right, so you want to tell me what that vision was all about? Seeing 3 different situations, and then finally getting it right on the last one? Because
I cannot.
I would have done the last one first if it was me. That was a memory for me, right?
Sort of.
What about the other 3 before?
Also, sort of. If I can explain it to you so that you all can understand. As I said in the beginning, this may or may not be your memories. So, with that being said, it is a possibility. There are 2 possibilities, in fact. One of which could have been memories of alternate versions of yourself.
Like different worlds? Me?
Different universes, yes.
Okay.
Another potential is because of the malfunction in your primitive hardwire could have been the reason you saw that. And so that could have been all in 1/10 of a second going through your brain of the exponential ways of how to proceed with the mission at hand.
So possibility and imagination?
Correct. There are 2 reasons why that could happen.
That makes sense. I mean, hardwire.
Well, I find it far less likely that Red has an imagination.
Well, I mean, I certainly do now. I'm imagining all the different ways I could shut you up.
Tell me, Atrak, do robots dream? Do the Warforged among you fall asleep? Share emotion?
I don't know if. Well,
He
life
definitely felt emotion, but not a robot.
not life. Life was a little. Life is a
Red,
little different.
living being.
Yeah. I mean,
In your eyes, what constitutes a living being? Is it the freedom of choice? Is it...
sentience. Yeah. I suppose.
So if one has
Self-awareness.
sentience, then one may potentially be able to imagine and dream.
Right.
There are infinite possibilities within your world and the next.
Interesting.
Also, be careful of drinking.
Well, I mean,
I don't think you're the one to dole that advice there, Tyrion.
Well, perhaps that's why I saw this vision of Red's.
it's not because you're an alcoholic. I promise.
It was actually a cautionary tale to you.
Good, because I could really use a drink right now.
Yeah, the only way you can stand this whole organ.
As you say this,
thing going
he,
is if you got to get a drink.
You see Oren's hand kind of outline in the distance, and you see a mug of ale appear in front of you. And as you go out to reach it, you swipe right through it, almost as if it was a hologram.
That's a cruel joke, Oren. That's a cruel joke.
Life is a cruel irony. While this has been
Dog.
nice to have some amount of company, as my job is not one for the lonely, we do have our final speaking.
May I ask one question of you before we proceed with the next?
You may each ask me one last question. Let's start with you.
When is the last time you've had a visitor beyond us? And do you have feelings on your isolation?
That is 2 questions.
Run-on sentence. Darn, you got me.
The last time I had a visitor was the last time I spoke with the gods. Who is next with their final question?
I don't think I have any.
hard to-
Asking anything at this point isn't good.
It's hard
Well,
to ask a
you-
question when you don't fully understand.
You said knowledge. Said knowledge. You would be willing to impart knowledge upon us, and you have seen possible futures and whatnot. So, can you possibly tell us who or what is behind the mists of our world?
Someone with that amount of power, I can only allude to one individual, and you saw him. As I spoke about the primordials of ancients past.
Yeah. I was going to say that one guy we seen,
Somehow he's still alive. How long has it been since primordials were in existence?
I think it was didn't he say something like thousands of years?
I will give you an additional sliver of information. It is not uncommon for you mortals to have gathered up enough power that time itself starts to slow for you as you elongate your aging process.
He could be incredibly powerful magically and literally not age.
You could be outside the boundaries that time that has constraint on your world.
Such as this place here.
Yes, that is correct.
I did come up with a question. Why is it that you're having these visions, but none of us, or showing us these visions, but none of us are ourselves? You have each of us peering through the eyes of one of another.
Yes.
Why are you showing Tiroth my story, Atrak Tiroth's story, and so on? What's the what is this? It just doesn't.
Forgive me for answering your question with a question of my own. If you have thoroughly learned from your past experiences, then you wouldn't be in the position that you are right now, correct? So, showing you yourself ages ago would do nothing for you.
So you're teaching us through each other.
There is a saying, I believe you mortals have walk a mile in someone else's shoes.
Right.
Have you not all learned from your experiences of your
I'm gonna whisper to him because he said he didn't have a question.
comrades.
So,
You can just
some question you can ask is... No, I guess he wouldn't. He can't tell us that. Well, maybe he can. So, what you can ask is, by walking a mile in there in one of our other counterparts' shoes, you're hoping to teach us something. Yes?
I think that answer is already obvious.
Yeah.
Well, maybe. It's good to get a blunt answer, all I'm saying.
I won't even allow that as a question. That
Oh, a yay or nay is always good. I'm just saying.
if I'm not trying to teach you anything, why are we here?
Well, he
I
said
think
he's trying to
that-
prevent our world from collapsing.
Not just your world, your
Universe, right?
universe, your
Oh, okay, yeah.
your timeline's existence.
Yeah, he's trying to prevent it from ending. And he's teaching us through each other's lives. But wouldn't it be better to show us the future?
Not if
No.
part of what's required of us is to unify further than we.
Let me explain to you why I cannot do that.
Mm.
Just as I have stated before, there are infinite possibilities that could influence infinite actions. A kid throwing a stone at the wrong building can cause that stone to collapse on the one who is supposed to be the hero of the next story. And while that can happen on that same side of the coin, the kid could never pick up the stone at all.
So, but you haven't seen our timeline be fixed or saved, is why you're here.
Correct.
So you wouldn't be able to show
you
us.
are here.
Okay, well, so you wouldn't be able to show us the way to fix the timeline because you can't see it.
Because it is not completed.
Right. Okay, that makes sense.
Marcus, your final question.
Good luck.
Honestly, I can't think of anything.
Ask
I
him
don't
if he
think
shaves his beard.
I feel like any question that I were to ask you would be ultimately pointless.
To be
Why
quite,
us? No.
to be quite honest with you, in the grand scheme of things, this all could be pointless. However, you would not know in this moment.
And to further the point, it's hard to ask a question when you don't understand what that question is.
I understand. I will give you a little more information with your brother then. You see, if you recall your vision, his time spent knees on the floor, magic being blinding, spewing out of his mouth, his eyes. I mentioned he spoke, he was in that state for lifetimes within his own mind. He spoke with the legends that came before you and the legends that came after. Those who have long since passed and who have yet to write their name in the history books themselves. He understood. They outlined his mission as clear-cut as a children's drawing, children's fill-in-the-blank drawing. while the next amount of time before his death was maybe to you a lifetime, even at this moment. To him, it was merely seconds, an eternity. He spoke. He truly did put his entire effort into paving your way. He may be gone now, physically, but he is always with you mentally. And that goes for everyone who has lost someone.
I don't know if I did lose anything.
You have half of a body. Shut up.
I don't know if that shit was another world, so I lost shit on another world, or if that shit was here.
What about life? We just lost life.
Well, yeah, that's obvious. Obviously, like, yeah, we lost life, but I didn't lose someone like that. Not yet. None of you brothers or sisters yet. Gotta earn that.
There is always potential for him to respond to your calls. Similarly to those that pray for forgiveness to a random deity, do not think that he is completely lost, for he exists still, but outside of your plane. And with that, we'll start with you. Have you understood your message?
First, I've been an absolute fool. I have been trying to fulfill a mission that I thought was my brother's. It seems that it should and has always been mine.
Mhm.
I have been second guessing myself, doubting if I should even be here. Excuse me. Marcus is trying to form these words, but it is very difficult to talk in this emotional state. So,
I understand, young one. Take your time.
I will still honor my brother. He died a hero. And I need to be the hero that he hoped I would be.
And what does that mean for you?
In short, I need to step up and stop being a goddamn coward.
I understand. Who is next?
I will go.
There we go. That means it.
Dira.
I believe my lesson to learn was to take one step forward, not one step back.
It's a good analogy.
I'm a poet, so.
He is a.
Do you have anything else you would like to add to that as well?
Perhaps lay off the drink every once in a while.
I love it. All right, so I'm an alcoholic, okay?
We're just here because we love the heck out of you. If you don't check yourself in today, no.
Wait, this was secretly an intervention, wasn't it?
Got him!
Crappy-
He just pulls the
You can
sheet.
tell by the crappy extra-dimensional folding chairs that we were all holding a piece of
I just want to think that the entire, like, almost year of us doing this has all led up to this moment, and it's just like, you have a problem.
We've got him now. He can't leave.
It's been a ruse. No, is that your final answer?
Phone a friend.
Well, I mean, is he asking us to be literal?
Explain.
Like, because Sean's was, obviously like an analogy, right? He's not literally meaning like one step forward.
Oh, no. No, not like that.
One step back.
No, but there was a few instances of his...
Yeah, because you're not taking into account just the one vision you've seen through my character's eyes. You're taking into account the vision that Asherak's seen too.
Asherak had.
While you
So
ponder,
think about what he did.
While you ponder, I will move on to Red.
Oh. Well, besides my general lack of understanding what the hell that was, which I hope to discover once I can talk to Claire again. It seems like you're asking me to put aside some of my training, my lack of trust, lack of faith, compassion, caring for people. Not just focus on the mission at hand or the mission given to me, but maybe this lot as well. Maybe even the world. I don't know. It's something I have to work on. I'm not used to feeling things or caring about anybody or taking any advice or orders from anyone but the man in charge. But perhaps I should set some of that aside, give these guys a chance, and girls, once we find Poppy.
Yes. Atrak.
I think that my message was pretty clear. Rather than waiting for the universe to present me with the path is mine to me. Understanding that sitting by and waiting will do nothing, wandering aimlessly, is a form of inaction. This is something I must remedy.
Tira.
Okay. Had some time to think about it. Believe my vision through Asherak was sort of multiple meanings.
I give
To
him one
believe-
from the side of the room.
To believe in myself, I have skills and I have a purpose, but also to not take things for granted. Because while some things can be great, well, as we now know, they can go away in the blink of an eye. So spread joy where I can.
Is that your final answer?
You should elaborate on the whole one-step thing, just in case.
I mean, be almost like Marcus. Don't be such a coward, and believe in myself and try and make a difference. Be courageous.
You see kind of...
And you're all dead.
You failed. You guys suck.
You fail. Right.
He leans back a moment. Not as upright as normal. You see the outline of his hand raising up. And your visions fade to black.
Sorry, guys.
Oh,
Before we reveal what happens, we're gonna take a quick break.
oh, goddamn you!
And we're back. We last left our party where their visions have faded to black. Unknowing if they succeeded on their checks, their what the universe had in store for them, the knowledge. Marcus, you awaken first. Still suspended in air above the Holy Meridian. Atrak, you awaken second.
I can't hear you. Sorry.
You awaken second. Same as Marcus, suspended in air. Revenant, you awaken third. Tireth, you awaken as well. And it's at this moment, as you guys are about to go into a free fall, you each feel some magic that you haven't felt imbued within you before, as it controls your fall down to the ground. As you notice that portal is still there, almost unwavering above you, and it slowly actually, while you guys are falling, those of you that have magic, I want you to roll an Arcana check.
19. I'm good at Arcana. I mean, that's my job, so I better be good at it.
21.
You basically said everybody but Asherak roll.
23 for me.
Perfect. You all notice that as it kind of fades away, disintegrates, it like pieces out in chunks of squares, very similar to an illusory spell, which leads you to believe that you guys were never actually in
A portal.
this portal.
Was no portal.
So,
As you
That was
guys
just-
are
Oh, it was a way to get us there.
slowly descending,
Oh, that makes... I got it now.
as you're slowly descending down, this magic within you starts to come to fruition. And it is now where you have been granted minor boons
Oh, we passed.
because of your completion. Starting in waking order,
4 eyes over here.
A second stab. No.
Yeah. See shit, guys. What's going on?
dual wielding.
Just accept it. You're a 4-eye too.
God, I like making that.
I'm laying at your end.
your minor boon is called Pack Leader. It has a duration of 1 minute. As a bonus action, when you activate, I'll post this in our chats or what have you. for the next minute, when you activate this ability, I have it on a different document. Yours was altered. I have to bring it up. One moment.
One moment, please.
One moment, please. All right.
Gotta get Life's body. Just remember. We're gonna find it from what's her name.
One step at a time.
I know, he's waiting, so I just thought I'm giving us some friendly reminders.
Oh, believe me, it hasn't left my mind.
All right.
Okay.
Where are we at? Okay. Sorry, it is. I have 35 pages of notes to try to just scroll through, and that's just on one of my pages, like one of my documents. Yes. As a bonus action, you can activate this ability. Whenever you successfully hit, you deal an extra 1d6 damage. However, the damage you can roll on a 1 through 8 table of damage types, and that's what type of magical damage it will be.
Okay.
Alternatively, you may choose to increase the damage die to a d8 instead of rolling on the table, but that is non-magical. Piercing, slashing, but bludgeoning, whatever your
Attack is?
attack, but it is non-magical.
Okay.
Oh, like if you're hitting with a staff or like claws of your bear,
Exactly.
Right.
you would do like a D8 instead of adding a D6 of magic damage.
You can
do
choose to
D6
do
slashing.
Right,
So-
but it's still non-magical. So,
Yeah,
so
that's-
anything that has that
Resistance. Well, yeah, but if it doesn't, if it's just regular dude, more damage is always
I
better.
believe next is Atrak.
Did you write down?
Listening first.
Oh, perfect. I was about to Control F and find yours, and then I just like
Stumbled upon it?
Yeah. Your minor boon is called Radiant Redemption.
Cool. That's a cool name.
Your understanding of the duality of existence allows you to transform moments of despair into opportunities of growth. You can use your key to restore a portion of hit points to an injured ally or remove a negative condition. The ability cost is 2 key points. It takes an action to do this. The effect is, so if you choose to do the healing effect, it is 1d8 plus wisdom healing. Range is touch, duration instantaneous. To describe what actually happens, you extend your hand and touch another willing creature. It cannot be yourself. In a single action, you may spend any increment of 2 key points per 1d8, then you add your wisdom modifier. For each 2 key points spent, you may choose to either heal or remove poison, charmed, or frightened.
Oh,
Condition.
dude, it's like lesser restoration plus a heal. Like, wow.
You may use this ability as long as you have the minimum required key points. You cannot use this ability to cure magical disease or cure curses. To give you an
So
example,
what were the things I can remove? Sorry.
poison, charmed, or frightened. You can write this down if you want. I'm going to create I have a doc that I'm creating, and I'm just going to transfer everything. To give you an example, you can spend an action spending 6 key points to heal 2d8 plus wisdom and removing the poisoned condition.
Right.
All right, that is your example.
It's a pretty helpful ability, actually.
Yeah, you can you're like almost like another party buff and a supplemental healer, honestly, which we don't have in our party at all as a healer. So everybody, we have
I got 6 key points now.
yeah, I know. Well, and yours is just going to keep going up. That's dope. I love it. And getting rid of conditions is great.
Red, your minor boon, share the spotlight.
Share this. I refuse. I'm just kidding. I refuse.
As a bonus action, you can choose an ally within 30 feet of you that you can see. That creature may take an action. This is a once a day, as well as yours.
That's pretty good.
So it doesn't have to be the attack action. You can have them whatever abilities they have that classify as an action. We'll do tear-offs next. And then I'll kind of give you a glimpse into poppies as well after. Tear-off, yours is called Melancholic Melody.
Yeah.
Once a day as well, as a bonus action, you play a song that fills the hearts and minds of your enemies with despair and woe. You emit a sphere of charm that forces creatures of your choice within a 20-foot radius to make a wisdom saving throw. 8 plus pro plus spellcasting modifiers, DC. Those who fail are driven into a state of melancholy and have disadvantage to attack and saving throws. This effect lasts 1 minute. Those affected by this ability re-roll saving throws at the end of their turn or whenever they are dealt damage by you. If you successfully hit an attack on a creature affected by this ability, treat it as a critical hit instead.
Wow. Interesting.
That's pretty badass.
Yeah.
And I'll show you puppies. Where is her?
Wow.
By the way, these were all created there's no dungeon master book or whatever. These are all literally created from nothing.
Okay, so complete homebrew. Got it. That's cool.
You gave me some fancy lay on hands.
Yeah. And to remove conditions. Like you basically have cure wounds a bunch of times and lesser restoration a bunch of times. That's really cool.
Yeah, it's very similar to the way lay on hands works, except lay on hands I think you have to spend 5 or 6.
You get a pool. Yeah, very similar, you're right.
Poppies is calming meditation. Ironic.
Yeah.
As an action, you may reduce your speed to 0 for the turn. Sit on the floor and focus on calming your emotions, putting you into a meditative state for 1 minute. When you use this ability, you may roll up to half of your hit die total rounded up and regain that much health. If you are in a rage, your rage ends. You are also considered unconscious for this minute or until you are disturbed, whichever happens sooner. You must complete the entire minute to gain the benefits of this ability. This does not reduce your hit die total, and it's a once a day as well.
It's like a 1 minute short rest.
Yeah.
Damn. Beefcake.
And it also doesn't take from your hit die.
And it doesn't take your short. Yeah, it doesn't. That's the thing, is it doesn't take your short rest hit die pool.
So these
That's
have all been specially curated for each one of you to kind of fit either the role that you are within the team or the role that you want to be. And I have kind of understood from if you recall our large interviews that we've had, at this point, several months ago.
So
Yeah, I don't know about sharing the
hardly at
spotlight
all.
though. So I don't want to share the spot. No, I'm just kidding.
And with that, you guys finally descend about a foot off the ground, and the magic fades away, and you plop on your butts.
And the portal's gone. The portal's
Yeah.
gone. Okay.
Correct. And it's at this moment you see, you hear clanging go around. A few people pass you here and there in uniform.
Wait, what? Can I approach one of them?
Of course.
Or has the threat been neutralized entirely? We killed the big one, but not all the little ones. So why are there people running around here?
What threat are you talking about?
Does the city appear to be damaged at all?
It's still fully almost entirely rubble at this point.
The giant rust monster hive mind queen lady thing.
You guys were the ones that were floating in the air up there?
Yeah. Yes, we felled the monster, and then we were. That part is more complicated. That's not what we're here to worry about. The little critters were still running around.
You guys have been up there for months. People tried to get you
Where's
down.
life?
You were so dang high that even with you were immovable. So the city just kind of went on.
Got a small circle of cultists praising us.
Yeah.
So it's at this moment you notice that there's a bunch of tissue paper and
They were hoping to cushion us if we fell.
No, it almost seems as though kids were trying to throw TP and
Motherfucking little shit.
Shoes on us.
I immediately walk away, and I'm. It's been months. Oh my god.
Oh,
We'll
Jesus.
look around and see if any of these people appear to have, because they're all armor clad, right? I would assume
they're not armored.
No, he
clad.
just said uniformed. I don't know what that
They're
meant.
uniformed.
looking
But
for whoever looks to be the generalissimo of the situation at hand here.
you don't really see that person, but you do notice that everyone who's walking around has a big old tool belt, and some of them are wielding some amount of magic to clear some of the rubble.
Okay, so I'm gonna grab one of these guys and I'm gonna
Do
say,
you want to talk to the guy that is standing in
Yeah.
front of you?
yeah, I'm gonna say, look, we had a friend with us who didn't pull through a warforged. Do you know what became of his remains?
Well, about a month back or so.
Yes.
I do. Oh, I don't
No,
know why.
months.
I don't know why you're saying yes. You were up there. But I do recall seeing. I don't know. Was there a big furry one with you?
Wait, yes.
Yes.
She was
Poppy.
furiously
Angry one.
Yes, she was furiously gathering up what seemed to be a bunch of scrap parts. Honestly, we had them in a little bag, getting
What?
ready to throw out.
We told Isabel to pick up life. Do you know of any? She didn't. I'm gonna smack this.
Calm down. Calm down.
Well, remember, we didn't tell Isabel. We told a passerby.
I thought that was Isabel. Sorry.
No.
No, it was a passerby.
John.
Oh,
there
there
we
we go. Oh, okay. So we just told some rando to pick up Life's carcass, but it sounds like Poppy managed to squeak out.
Yeah, we normally don't throw out our trash until the end of the job, but we couldn't get started under Lord Volan's orders.
Have you seen this Leonin, angry one you said, around town lately? What does she do when we're floating up here?
2 of our men tried to stop her from taking our trash, and that didn't work out for them. They're still in the hospital now.
It's because it's not trash.
So where did she go?
I'm not too.
God damn it! I walk away.
not too keen on asking someone that scary, but she might have mentioned something about going to head honcho or something.
Okay, so fingers crossed, I say, Claire, can you hear me?
Red,
Oh, son of a bitch. Thank the gods.
where have you been?
Oh,
You weren't responding. It's been months.
yeah, apparently. It's only been minutes for us, but yeah, months apparently. Thank God I had been trying to reach you, well, for minutes for me, but apparently months for you.
It sounds like we need to go speak with Lord Valen.
Yes, we can do that. On the way, let's, I'm going to use my once per day quick ritual to cast my Find Familiar spell to have her projected out here in front of us so she can fill us in on what the fuck has been happening now that we've been gone for months.
When she comes out, can you have her roll an Arcana?
Oh.
Or does she have some sort of sensing of magical presence?
I mean, not really. She's just,
Okay. We can still use Arcana.
she's got
I know
Arcana.
it's not technically supposed to be used for that, but it's kind of been a while, and she's... It's one of those, like, if you're trapped in a cube...
Yeah, that's what
And then...
that's what I'm sitting here thinking, like, she's been fucking stuck in no man's land forever. Oh my god, that's sad. Oh, I only got a 7, though.
Okay.
She does get my proficiency bonus, but it's a pretty... her stats still aren't great.
She mentions to you that there... over the time that you've all been, quite frankly, just unconscious, floating hundreds of feet in the air, that she's kind of sensed some interesting magical sensations somewhere on this plateau, and these guys haven't even started working all but maybe a month and a half ago.
So they were too afraid to come here.
Not even too afraid. They he stated they weren't allowed to.
Yeah,
they weren't allowed to.
Valen
So
said no.
with whatever it is, what was causing us to be hung out there. So when you were, where you've been just in my unconscious mind this whole time, trapped there?
Yeah.
Damn, I'm sorry.
That must have been scary.
But
do you know what it feels like to have been birthed into consciousness and then exiled?
I do not. As I said, I mean, it wasn't my choice.
Actually, I do. I do.
Shut the fuck up.
That butthole in the sky did it to me.
Look, I'm just gonna tell her what happened, Orin. The information about the primordials, especially, and then I'm gonna save.
I know everything that you have. You are.
Oh!
When your consciousness was regained, I felt the overwhelming mix through your central cortex. All of the information that you've been desperately trying to feed me, that all came in a blink of an eye.
Oh, well, shit.
Think of a blackness of sphere, and then thousands of years worth of knowledge.
So you saw everything?
After you woke up, yes.
Yeah. Interesting. Well, when we have a moment, I'd like to ask you some questions. But for now, we need to find Lord Valen, and Poppy, and
Yeah, I think
Isabel.
we should find Poppy first.
Right,
Hopefully
but
she's okay.
they're saying that Poppy might be with the man in charge. I'm guessing Lord Vaughn's the one in charge of this. Inner workings
Well,
of
he's our
Meridian
first
and
lead.
all.
Especially given that Lord Valen was the one who said that they weren't allowed to remove. Yeah.
Exactly. So, let's head to Vaughn first.
Hopefully this lord has some food. I'm starving.
Just say, how are we?
Also, you
All
all
a very, very
feel very
dry.
rejuvenated after.
Oh, okay.
Hard-
You have the effects of a long rest.
A
A
lot.
very
beautiful,
long rest.
very
Months long.
dry hardtack biscuit out of my bag, and I say, "Fear not, Tirith. I've brought extra." And I hand him this very
Fucking
crumbly-
months old biscuit.
How old?
Well, no, it's a
or
hardtack
how
biscuit.
hungry am I?
Oh, let's see. You are starving.
Okay, I cast
Think the
prestidigitation
MRE
on it.
cracker, but worse.
I cast prestidigitation on it to make it taste a little better, and I scarf it down.
Curse it down.
And as he starts to, I say, "You're gonna want some water with that." It just turns
Incredibly
to
dry.
dust in your mouth, basically.
So you guys head over to, honestly, the first building that you guys entered
Oh, on this plateau? Or on the other plateau?
on the other plateau.
okay.
You head towards it.
I'm not taking the Aether line. I just want to make sure that's
Yeah.
abundantly
Yeah.
The
clear.
Aether line, you notice as
Oh,
you go,
convenient.
it is shut down.
Well,
As it should be. It's a damn OSHA
Probably.
violation.
The hell is OSHA?
You guys
The
start walking your way there as the what blanking on the word, the kind of train that we
Yeah,
have.
train.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Trains,
okay.
the rails.
Yeah.
I
It's clearly a
forget it.
train.
the rail.
I didn't
cars.
write down the real
Toot toot.
name of it. No. It seems as though that's been blocked as well, and almost all access to this plateau is completely. It's almost like it was quarantined off
Yeah,
from
but
the
not
rest
just for
of
us.
Holy Meridian.
There's something else going on here.
After maybe 2 hours worth of walking, you make your way up, and you are in front of the Lord Volan's manor, whatever you would like to call it.
And as we're walking up, me and Tirith finish our conversation of the biscuits earlier, to which I say, and that's why I swallowed them whole. Makes them hell to pass later, though.
that's disgusting, Ashray.
I'm just going to go up
You
and pound
shouldn't-
on the
you
door.
shouldn't eat
No, I'm not
these.
even going to knock on it. I'm just going to see if it's unlocked.
It's for sure open. It House Twin Hold.
Don't be rude.
You walk in and you get the full sense of when you first walked in months ago, where it was being renovated, and it was honestly renovated quite quickly, and this is now in pristine condition, almost as if there was never an explosion that happened. There's no scaffolding about, and receptionist greets you all. Hi.
Just gonna walk past
Hello?
her and yell, "Poppy, are you here?"
We're here to see Lord Valen.
Lord Valen's upstairs. I'll run up and let him know that.
No need. We can take it from here. Thank you.
I
We're
like to
just gonna
think
go.
if you had a
Okay.
cape, you'd like lick it
I-
as you do that.
I apologize to Luna. I'm sorry for my.
Yeah,
rude-
I apologize to
Yeah.
we. And
As Tirith apologizes, I push him up the stairs first. Like, get your fucking ass going.
A little
Hey, don't
closer
be
to the
rude.
hole,
A
sir.
little pleasantry won't kill you.
We've
Pleasantry. We have things to do, things to figure out, places to go. We've been gone for months. Who knows what's happened to the continent? As we have
Which
been gone, we need to
means
get
we're
Poppy
off.
in life and get the
Which
fuck
means-
out of here.
okay. All that means that we can't be in that much of a hurry. Consider we've been gone for months and the world is still turning.
Every minute counts.
In just a moment ago, Tirith, as I'm gonna walk up the stairs.
Every moment
Let's
counts.
go.
So you walk up the stairs. That the multiple stairs as it goes kind of not in a spiral, but a back and forth, the
Versus.
more elongated, and you reach up to the top and you see right there kind of an ornate doorway. It looks incredibly clean. This has been finished what appears to be months now, but even then, some amount of dust or whatever should have accrued along the door trim. He's got his name embossed into the wood of the door. How would you like to
I just
proceed?
look over at Red and I say, "Quality use of government resources."
I
And
just
swing the door open.
Or there's something magical going on. Now I'm suspicious of everything. After Orin, I'm like, I don't know.
Mind fuck.
There's no dust on the doorway. That's suspicious.
Hey,
It's magic.
I just go just
So you give a nice hearty knock forward, and yes, this is a real doorway. It's not an illusion or anything. And yes, who is it?
Oh, was it kind of like I'm too busy to be bothered kind of an answer?
Oh, for sure. You all
I'm
get that
slamming that
sensation.
fucker wide open.
Thank you. If you didn't do it, I was going to do it.
And I'm gonna say, "Who the fuck do you think it is?"
You turn the knob, slam now. Doof. Who the fuck do you think it is? You lot. It was my understanding that you were all suspended in air.
Yeah,
Yes.
well, obviously not anymore.
Yes.
And we have some questions we'd like to ask. I'm sure Revenant here would like to give you some sensation of what that being suspended in the air feels like, given your current attitude.
let's calm down, Al. We don't need to threaten the man. We just need to ask him for our friend.
I agree.
I thought I was
unwise
escalating.
to threaten me in my own house.
Yeah,
Relax.
to be that wasn't me. That was all him this time. Y'all can't get mad at me.
I apologize. As you said, we've been suspended in months. They're a little cranky.
No, we just have things we need to do, people we need to see. We need to know where
Give him
Poppy
the
is.
old.
Oh, the brute.
Our friend.
Yeah.
The one who saved your fucking city from a giant rust monster.
She caused quite a bit of ruckus about a month back, and
Mm-hmm.
she came up to me stammering about some scrap parts, and then she ran off.
Another friend.
I assumed to the Arcaneum where you lot belong.
Thank
Just remember, your compassion and treatment of Arcaneum resources will be reflected upon my report.
So be it. But I need you all to roll a perception check for me.
So fucking big. Just in case, I want to roll really well, so I'm going to give myself a guidance,
Okay.
even though it's really
21.
Good. It's good
I'm going to
already.
use a luck point.
Woo!
22.
22,
I
20.
just wanted to
I
crack
got a-
20, honestly.
Kirith, what'd you get?
13.
13.
I got a 17.
Atrak and Red.
God, that's why I wanted to crack 20.
You both notice among the myriad of paperwork, something kind of you kind of latch onto it. It says schematics.
Ooh, I see. I see.
So,
Didn't we?
can I try to do something?
Hold on, what was that, Jareth?
I was gonna ask. Didn't we see Isabel at some point in this house?
Yes, but that was in her own office area somewhere else. She ran along this, Saren ran along the street. That's how we came into this whole Aether line situation.
Yeah. So where is she now?
I don't know.
Where's Isabel now?
We haven't asked.
I'm asking him.
Oh,
That's what I'm doing. I'm just kidding.
she's in her office, of course.
I say we go talk to her.
Is there a particular reason you...
I would like to try something real quick.
I'll
if
let him
that's
go
okay
first.
with the party. Nothing crazy, but I want to look over at Red and give him a little, let him know I'm about to.
I don't know what the fuck you're gonna do about anything.
Up here. And I'm going to look at this ass hat, and I'm going to be like, look, perhaps I've been too hasty. Tell me, have you ever considered protection? Things seem to be getting crazy around here. Perhaps us monks could be a little more open in the world. I don't want to put my arm around him and kind of try to lead him away from his desk a little bit.
You're on the other side of his desk.
Yeah, I'm walking around.
As you make another step, he says, you were not nearly deceptive enough and intelligent enough to outsmart me.
Crazy.
You make another move, and I will have you removed from my house.
Okay. Let's all just chill.
I'm gonna gesture towards the schematics, and what are those?
I'm glad you asked. This is the schematics of the plateau that you were just suspended on.
Mm-hmm. Rebuilding it?
Of course. Can't just mend entirely dilapidated buildings.
Right. Why'd you quarantine it for so long?
See, that's a little confidential.
Right. Bureaucracy. You have to treat with the other houses, so to speak. Nothing to do with us, though, yes?
I would build around you if I wanted to.
Mm.
I would ingrain you into the building itself, if I so please.
Well, I think you're getting a little animated over a simple question about schematics of your destroyed city. Considering we did save it.
You lot busted down my door and then had the gall to threaten me?
Well,
I'm
one of my
animated?
friend here is a little aggressive at the time. We had been under the assumption that we had only been suspended for minutes, whereas we were just revealed it was hours, months even. So, understandably, we're a little perturbed.
Well, if you would like to restart this conversation, I would ask for a simple apology from each of you.
Oh,
I
You're
apologize.
gonna hit him with the Grinch maneuver. Oh,
Hey, wait. I'm going to I'm
gonna let Sean do it, because if Sean doesn't, I'm gonna do something.
Okay. With the next, with the 1D&D rules, they don't know that I cast a spell on them.
Are you doing friends?
I'm doing
I was gonna do friends too!
Yeah, so I'm going to cast Friends on them, and I'm going to say, we're all very sorry, but we can definitely use your help in recovering our memory from our times, our time that we were asleep.
Can you... so that Friends of the save?
He has to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, wisdom save, yeah.
While he's doing this, I'm gonna just describe what Marcus is feeling. I'm surrounded by idiots.
So I don't know. Hold on. I want to look up something real quick just to make sure, because I want to see if Sean's thing can work.
Yeah, Marcus is just feeling right now. I'm surrounded by idiots.
So
This is not how you talk to the upper class, and this is just like what the hell are you guys doing? Why do you guys think this is gonna work?
I'm gonna
the DC's 16.
as Sean does that. I'm going to do it subtly, so that it's verbal. It's verbal, so I can say like, yeah, of course, we're just
Bada bing,
buddy here.
bada boom.
Bada bing, bada boom. Here, I'm gonna cast Silvery Barbs, so he has to re-roll and use the lowest of the 2 rolls.
Okay.
I want to see if Sean can do this.
So what do you say to him as you?
So say we're all very sorry for barging in on you, but we could really use your help on filling in the details while we have been asleep.
I understand. Everyone could use my help, but especially I'm so very thankful that you have personally come and asked for mine. How can I help you?
Well, for starters, we'd really like to know what happened to all of the rust monsters that that invaded that part of the city, that plateau.
Once they ate up all that they had their fill, they just kind of didn't have an appetite and they died off. We cleaned out and they just died out after about a month and a half.
So you
what
mentioned. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
You mentioned that you had a run-in with Poppy. Things didn't go so well. You're 100% sure she made her way to the Arcanum. I know you are a man of intrigue, espionage. Surely you had her followed.
Of course not. I have better things to do than to follow some brute dragging around scrap metal.
Right.
Surely you can understand that was our friend, not mere scrap metal.
Right.
That's irrelevant.
It's
Last I checked, your friend was unmoving, and here in the realm of our world, when metal and contraptions don't work anymore, we ship them off for scrap metal to be repurposed.
Right.
well, I believe we have our answer. Thank you so much. Or do you?
No, and I wonder what you're doing on the plateau now that it's been. Well, it was the mercantile district. Now you're taking control of it?
It's still going to be the mercantile district. I just added my own little tweak to things.
Oh.
You see, the other houses, they weren't as open to this idea.
Of course, they don't have your vision there. Well, one's just set on thumping things.
Exactly. So, we had a bit of a hit in our economy. Holy Meridian as a whole kind of has been struggling for the past a few months. In the long run, they will understand what my casino will bring them.
So can I try
Innovative.
to do something, DM?
What's that?
So these blueprints, they're in plain sight, obviously.
No, they are. They're underneath
other papers. But he just told us what they are.
I'm just going to ask, may I take a look at your grand?
No, not until it is fully complete.
Well, I do hope if we ever come back to Meridian, it can be on good terms. Maybe a stay at your casino, at least see your inventiveness come to fruition.
Interesting. Potentially. We'll see how that visit fares. Hopefully you all don't come kicking down my door.
Bart, once again.
I mean, we'll only come kicking down at your door to spend our money at your casino.
It's good. That's
Usually
good.
people
sounds
don't kick down my door, they kick down the casino's door.
Right. And Isabel's in her office, you say?
Last I checked, yes.
Thank you for your time.
Why is Isabel?
Well, does anybody else still want to kick her ass for the Aether line? Or is it just me?
It's just
Am I the only one holding all the grudge here?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So as we're walking out, I would like to say something to Red.
Wait. Before we go, I'm going to just turn around one quick second, like before we go, and just ask him, do you have any idea where those monsters came from?
That's what I was thinking too.
I might. Have a great day.
You too. Oh, that fucker.
That kind of confirms it. I was like, this might be an internal job. Now it kind of fucking confirms it. I'm gonna write that down. Kind of thought so.
That sneaky bastard.
You wanted that casino.
I'm going to say to Red as we're walking down these stairs.
Are you guys heading to Isabel's?
Yeah, I do want
on the way.
I do want to talk to her.
Yeah, so as we're heading there, I want to say something to Red, though. I'm going to say, remember the warning that I discovered in my investigations on the issue with the mind controlling and the slaves and whatnot.
Yeah.
It seems like the type of a place that House Menahan would flourish.
Right. And what are you hoping to do here? You want to go barge in again and kill the guy?
No. What I'm saying is, I think we need to investigate around this casino and perhaps its staffing practice.
It's not even built yet.
Yes. No, yes, but I'm just saying this is something to keep our ear to the ground.
Well, that's what I just did right there. I just gave us an offer of, him welcoming us to his casino for future endeavors.
No, but I'm making it clear the whole issue with the people who we ran in with town and the clues that I found that they would still be active in all sorts of different places and like modicums of politics and whatnot. The guy who killed himself.
Are you talking about the Elysium operative? You thinking Menahan's working with that criminal organization?
Well, if we think that the destruction of the plateau was an inside job, I don't think it's too far-fetched.
Well, if what you guys told me was true about that, I don't think this would be connected as this is House Twinhold, not Menahan.
Right, but remember, politics one hand washes the other a lot of times. And he doesn't strike as somebody who's against being a double-dipping butthole.
I think this is definitely Twinhold. I think Menahan, she seemed a bit, not all that intelligent.
Menahan,
she was focused on snacking shit.
Wait. Wait. Hold on. You're talking about Menahem or Hilgard?
Did I get it mixed up? Hildegard is the warrior one.
Yes.
I got it mixed up. Yeah, Menahan is the healers.
Is the more church.
Clerical. At this point, you have made it to Isabel's room or office.
Hello.
Let's go talk to her.
Doors closed.
Oh wow. Okay. I'm gonna do the
knocking for once.
Hello.
May we come in?
Depends on that. Who's we?
Good old test subject friends.
And the one who saved you from the crowd once.
Holy shit! You guys are alive? Come in.
Okay, definitely.
All right.
Open the door.
Are you guys okay?
If we were vampires, you'd be screwed right. No.
Kind of. Still trying to figure shit out. It's been months, apparently.
Yeah.
By the way, 2 things. Number 1, fuck you for that Aether Line bullshit. You didn't give us damn near enough information. I don't want to hear any
There's
fucking excuse.
information that I didn't even know.
It doesn't
It was
matter.
the prototype.
Then why the
I told
hell
you that.
suggest the
Holding
damn
him
thing?
back.
We were in a hurry.
Start
That's
holding
why.
him back.
We,
so he can be extra
no,
time.
hurry. We almost damn near died. We almost lost our... Number 2, do you know where a large Leonin female might be named Poppy?
She knows who Poppy.
I bat my eyes when I
Number-
do that.
Number 1, you guys saved hundreds, if not thousands, of people. And Holy Meridian has been thankful for that. Number 2, I do believe your friend was dragging your other friend, the robot feller,
Yes.
all the way back to the Arcanam.
All right, confirmed.
Um,
I just want to make sure Twinhold wasn't misleading us, trying to get us out of the city. He's devious.
He's been up to something that I haven't quite liked.
Oh, the casino?
I actually might have something for that. I'm sure. Have you
Yes.
seen his paperwork for his casino?
Mm-hmm.
I've taken a look at it, and to me, it don't make any sense. But he wasn't allowing any sort of rebuilding. Our families haven't eaten in months. Haven't had their livelihood.
So he locked down the whole plateau.
Exactly. We're in a real shitter here because of him. A lot of people don't like what he's been doing, but he was relentless on having those exact plans in place.
Well,
Is
perhaps
there a
you
way-
can... Oh, go ahead.
Is there a way you can get us into his office when he's not present?
We don't
He
have...
hasn't left that thing hardly ever, and if he does leave, he takes everything important to him with him.
He'll take the plans. He's got something nefarious. Look, I don't know. It's an inference by myself. I'm not sure if the rest of my friends here agree, but I think he planted those rust monsters. He arranged for that to happen so he could have this
Absolutely.
casino built for whatever nefarious means he's up to. I'm giving you this information because
Lord
despite...
Vaughn wouldn't do that. Would he?
You can't be that naive.
It's not about naivete. It's about ruining Holy Meridian.
People suck.
You'd be surprised what people would do to line their own pocket.
I'm trying not to view everybody as in that
Can I
category.
ask you a question?
Me?
How long have he had? Yeah. How long has he had those plans for this casino? Before the attack?
I'm not sure. It came to light after the attack, of course.
Right after? Week?
Suspiciously after. Like
Yeah.
a week after the attack. He
Well-
had full schematics.
Takes too long to draw those up. No way a week.
Exactly.
Like I said, I'm trying not to say that all people suck, so I'm going to put my faith in you here. We're going to be through these parts at some point again. We told you what we think. We don't have evidence of it yet. But
I know how to get it.
maybe you can get some. We don't have time to stay right now.
If I can give you some sort of understanding of why a casino's a casino, that'll eventually make its dividends. But what doesn't make sense about the plans is that in the middle of the town, the plateau, is where the casino's gonna be. And it's not like I'm saying here's a big old walkway and then on the left is a casino. It's here's a big old walkway, casino, and everyone has to go around the casino to go to the rest of the plateau. It kind of seems like the last half of it is just going to be forgotten about. And it's weird to me and a lot of other people why he's putting it there.
Still under his control, still under his thumb. He can run who knows what out of the back alley of that casino.
Right, but
Homes.
why in the middle of the street, literally?
Draws the attention, good or bad.
Or do you think that there's something underneath that maybe he wants?
Well, to be fair, the giant rust monster did dig under the plateau quite a distance. Maybe he found something.
That spot is where he is trying to have this casino.
He may have found something, a use for the carcass or something buried deep below.
I don't know, but I don't like what's going on here in Holy Meridian.
Well, this is your opportunity to take a stand, so to speak.
I can do.
You can gather what you can.
I can do only so much. I'll try to do what I can, but until then,
I'll write by Raven. Send a message if I can.
Understand.
Feed me what you know. If it proves
Tirith
useful,
and
maybe we can intervene.
I think there's something Tirith and I can do in the short term.
Would you mind enlightening the rest of us?
Yeah.
Well, Tirith is very, very talented with his words. A known performer of sorts, correct?
If your entire plan is him singing a song to Lord Valen about why it shouldn't
No,
do this.
that's only one small facet of the plan. You see.
So,
Okay.
you guys are free to discuss. I have to take a leak, and you guys
I
have
just
a
think
really
it'd be a good idea to have something.
I know, I've been trying to get the fuck out of the room.
Yeah, same here.
No, I think we got to move on.
Yeah,
I don't think this is something that
that we can do anything with.
Yeah, not yet.
Right, but I mean, you don't think we can depart with giving some instruction? That's
We already did. We already did.
Yeah, let us know what you find out. That's not doing anything.
Yes,
really.
it's go. No, it's find out stuff and let us know. It's not just hope that something stumbles upon you. It's do something to learn stuff and feed us that information.
No, just keep
and we will help you.
Keep your ear to the ground.
No, it's not even that. We are adamantly telling her to go seek out knowledge and put herself at risk. We are already doing that.
Okay.
That's what I said.
So, why is that a safer option than, hey...
Than a political thing? Because a political thing, in order for it to be political, it needs to get out to the public. Which means putting herself at an immense risk.
Not
painting a giant target on her back.
Find somebody in the other houses to work with.
Oh, okay, so she's just going to walk in there?
Okay.
Meet them in a dark alley? Like, what you're asking for her to do is not just put her career on the line at this point, it's her life. When we're already asking her to dive into all of...
I'm trying to have something a little more than just we'll wait for information.
We don't have
that. We can't do that.
That's a big ask. You're asking for a lot from someone that doesn't know us.
I mean, I did save her life.
That's cool and all, but that was also months ago.
I mean, I feel like if somebody saved your life and they came to you a couple months later and asked you
to put your life on the line, what was the point of saving your life?
Well, remember, she was already putting her life on the line, so she may not be opposed to such a thing.
Kind of going on for months.
You want it to be more out there and open, whereas I want it to be way more clandestine. And I think, in my opinion, I think the clandestine thing is the way to go.
Yeah, same here.
I mean...
What are your thoughts, John?
I think this is just supposed to be a lead into a future campaign. So
100% agree with that.
No, I get that. I'm just trying to set up stuff that's happening in between.
I hear you, Frank, and to some regard, I agree. Especially seeing as my character just went through that whole thing. Personally, my character wants to do that. That's how I feel. But I know that we're trying to wrap this up. So
Well, I see this as us taking a step in that direction, though, Sean. Like,
No,
we
we're-
are
I don't
asking
see
her.
that, really.
I don't see it either.
You don't see that?
No, it's.
No,
I'm not
I
asking
think
you, I was asking
knowing, I think knowing what we know, I think we would try and do more. But like I said, I know we're trying to wrap this up. I think this was maybe too big of a carrot, if you get what I mean.
Oh,
At the end of
well,
the
yeah. I
session.
think our whole friends thing did that a little bit. I think we were just supposed to get an inkling of it, but we took too many steps towards it.
The friends thing? What do you mean?
When you casted friends on Twinhold and got friendly with him, and then we learned about the casino and stuff. I don't think we were supposed to do that.
That's okay.
No,
I
yeah.
mean,
Because the only
my
thing I could
thing
think
is-
of, the only thing I could think of doing is literally like cooing this government at this
Yeah.
point. And
I think from what
yeah.
Tirith just learned with his lessons, that would be what he would do. He wouldn't want to go away to the Arcaneum. He would want to help overthrow this corrupt part of the government.
Well, I think we're
Or
doing that.
You also
put
have to
the
think
power
about
in the hands
you're
of the
missing
people
two
to do
party
so.
members right now.
I'm not even thinking that.
Yes.
I'm thinking we are doing that. We don't have anything. There's nothing to back up what we are going to say or do, like politically or legally.
Well, and that's the idea of us not being the ones to say or do it, right? We're putting it in the hands of somebody from.
That's what I'm saying. That's what we're doing.
We're
You
not-
want her? No, you just want her to make it public, and her face
No,
be splattered
That's not what
everywhere.
I'm saying at all. I want her to make connections with the other house so we can get more options.
She stated she's tried to do that.
No, she stated that she would not be on good terms.
Yeah, she
But I,
walked.
and that's assuming everybody thinks she's still buddy with this a-hole.
But if she makes her feelings known, that's
Publicly,
very.
yeah. She wouldn't have to do it.
What else do you?
publicly,
What else do you mean? Like,
You
she-
can have a conversation with a politician that's not a press conference.
No, but having that politician, if she gets caught, that's it. It's over. Your plot ends. Because Valen is going to say, oh, I had my spies. We know Valen has spies.
Yeah.
We've learned this already.
And if she's her number two, she'd be uniquely positioned to understand how that runs and operates, right?
Oh, yes, but you don't think Valen has... So you're treating Valen as a very, like, passive person.
No, not at all.
Yeah,
I
because you don't think
that
Valen has her followed everywhere?
I'm assuming he does, but
Okay.
she also can leverage her position, I think.
Against
And I think
a
it's better
spy
than-
that works
Better
for
than just
Valen?
a vague.
You
give
think
us
the
information
spy,
when
they're going to
you-
have more loyalty to her than Valen?
You
Guys, can
you
we just,
think
like,
that she has
wrap
any
this
power in the spy network?
Well, she could, but it's irrelevant. Who has more power? Weigh it. I'm just saying, we need to learn more before we pull the trigger on something.
I think this was just a little bit too big of a carrot towards the end of the thing.
I mean,
So then let's treat it like that. Let's try to...
it was also not
Yeah.
meant to be. Hey, we all need to act on this right now.
Yeah, I was
This
going
has
to say,
been going on for months.
because the whole
That's-
building
Yeah, no,
isn't even in place for another
Well, you have
fucking...
to understand my character's perspective. Yes, we're not with Poppy in life, but if they're at the Arcaneum, that's a good
They're
thing.
safe, yeah.
There's no urgency.
I-
there.
I'm with Frank. I think given what Tirith just learned, especially with that basically mobster not doing anything in my past, now would be when I would try and do something.
But-
Yeah,
would,
an
But you
immediate
don't
test
have...
of our
We don't
Poppy
have
system.
any information.
that's why me and like Frank's plan of me distracting him while Frank goes and draws plans or
No.
investigates his office
That's the thing
or
is, you
something.
can get the plans right now. From Isabel.
I'm just okay. That may be the case, but even just investigating his office, something like that, going stealthily, subterfuge, whatever.
That's
I
fine, but
agree
if
with
you're
Frank.
going in there for
Leaving
the
it to them to
plans,
try
I
and
100% disagree. We know the
Okay.
plans. We can get the plans from Isabel. She knows them.
Okay.
So don't go in
So-
there for the plans if that's the case. That was the argument. You're going to go in there
No.
and
We're-
invisible.
we're
I'm going to search
past
for the
that.
plans.
Now that we know that the plans are just the plans, basically the idea is If we
You know
let
he's
him,
hiding something.
if we
Yes.
let him build the thing and do the thing, we're waiting for him to do something bad and then react to it.
It's not. No,
As
see, that's
opposed-
not the plan. The plan is not to just wait until it's
Right.
done.
As opposed to saying, hey, you know the political structure, there's a way to legally and legitimately try to uproot this guy. We know there's political upheaval right now, so there might be an interesting window to exploit. Just posing that, do with that what you will. The player could, or the character could be like, there's nothing I could do with that, and then so be it.
That's
But
what we've.
Well, yeah,
But that's what we're doing.
and I believe that's what she said. He said anyway. I can't do anything right now.
well, no, she said they don't like her.
No,
But I don't think
to
that
be very
she's-
exact, she said the moment she steps on their property, she is treated with ridicule and disgust as she's still in that position of power. And
Yeah, so they don't like her.
and-
Yeah, I get that.
So if you're talking to someone that you hate, you are disgusted of them, you're not going to be talking about the inner workings of politics among the rest of the houses. You're going
Which
to
is
tell
why
them
she'd have to give them something first, which is understandable.
Okay, that's fine,
right?
but
Like,
that's still part of the ploy here. She's gonna do
real
what
life
she.
example would be like the U.S. getting a KGB agent to work for us, right?
Right, but that's what I'm saying. That's part
Right.
of the plan here. You just want you're getting
Right.
hyper specific. I'm just trying to do it so we don't
Okay.
have to be hyper specific.
Okay, let's theoretically indulge you for a second, because I don't think it's gonna work at all. In your
Okay, but all of that's irrelevant. Look, Frank, what I'm saying is by us asking Isabel to be our agent, we can just leave it at that. Leave it as, hey, you're going to help us, we're going to help you. Leave it as a blanket statement, because then we don't have to worry about what all of you guys keep talking about. All these fine minutia of DMing. You don't have to worry about any of that. It's up to the DM who takes this story next. You guys are
but
trying.
no, we as players not have agency in influencing? the
We
world
already
around us?
did. We already did. We just confirmed that she's a friend and she's going to work with us now. And she's going to send us messages back and forth. You're talking about the minutia in such a specific way that you're going to make it so that the next DM that wants to pick up this story has to do it specifically the way you created it, or it doesn't happen, which means inevitably this story never gets touched again.
Okay,
So can
look,
we stop trying to
okay.
get into the minutia and manhandling of future stories?
I'm literally
That's
doing
not
what
what
my
we're trying to
character
do.
would
That's what's
I think- yeah.
happening.
No, Steel.
It's so
What's happening is
specific.
we have this giant carrot, and we've just been told that we should act on these things. And
You
we
can't act
shouldn't.
on anything yet. There's nothing to act on.
There's a lot of things that we as heroes could do.
Yeah, overthrowing an entire government. You're right.
I'm just saying.
We're not even heroes
What
Not
did
yet.
Tirith just learn? What did Tirith just learn?
to step up.
Only what?
And we
Okay,
are.
what is
That's
he-
what I'm trying to say.
in what
We
way?
already are by telling Isabel to do this, by tasking her
and
with this.
and again,
But that's-
trying to seek a non-violent means for me.
Well,
That's
through
not
political
Tirith.
avenue.
That's not Tirith stepping up. That's Tirith saying, "Hey, you step up." That's
no,
not Tirith
it's, hey,
stepping up.
you give us information so we can do something about it.
I'm not arguing that we need to wrap this up,
I
I
don't
wanna wrap
really
this
care
up.
about the rapping part.
but
we got time,
I-
to be honest.
like I said, I think this was just too big of a carrot for at least me and Frank as our players, how we would see them right now after all that we've been through.
Okay, then
just go,
at least
okay,
let's
yeah,
just
you
go
handle
through and you can do your little plan.
I don't want to do the plan. I just want to end it. As a player, I just want to end it. As Tirith, I want to stay in and help overthrow the government. But
Yeah,
I'm
but
not-
see, that's
I'm
the
not gonna
whole
do
point.
that.
Is like, how are we going to do that with zero information?
Well, see that
You're
was
just
the
saying
point.
you're just
out.
going to
We fucking-
You're going to we're going to kill him or remove him somehow with zero information.
I don't know. We know that he was behind the Rust Monster.
No, we don't.
Pretty much.
We have zero evidence.
Okay, come on. You both, me and you both said that was what we were gonna ask.
Yes.
You after I asked him, you were like, okay, well that pretty much
Yes, but
confirmed.
it doesn't give us evidence. So what you're saying?
I know it doesn't, but then that would be that would be the time that we would go investigate. We'd figure out how did he get Rasmus?
Yes,
From who? Who is he in league with?
but here's okay. So,
We'd
but my
investigate
point
this
is
whole shit. I'm
what
just saying,
what
it's a giant
stands to be
carrot.
the bigger issue at hand? Something that's not going to be done for months, or the world is we're months away, right? And we know what happens in our continent. Portals open, mists shrink. They're literally eating the continent away. So
Okay, but
what's
we
the
don't
bigger
know of
threat?
any portals. We don't know of any portals right now.
Exactly,
So
because
it
we
could
have
be,
zero information.
If we got news that a portal opened, yeah, it could be that we.
Yeah, but
pitched
we're
this
months away.
plan and we go do
I think
that
the
thing.
biggest thing is too, like, we're not trying to actively stay and do this. We're
No,
just
that's what
trying to
Sean's
give
saying. See,
Isabel
even
more
you
of a
saying
even
we
you
would.
two aren't on the same page.
I know.
Even you two aren't on the same page. So
Yes, I know.
that's what I'm trying to get at here. Is like Sean's like, we need to fix this government now, in the moment.
No,
With-
I just know that like
That's
we
what
can't
Tira
physically
would be
do that as
thinking.
players. So I'm trying to do it in a way where we can still
We've already got
lead.
that. She's our agent. She's gonna figure out
Yes.
everything she can
And that's why
possibly
I
do.
haven't said anything in the fucking game because as a player, I know that. I know it's just sorry for future DM or
Yes.
future. I know that as a player. That's why I haven't said shit. But it does suck because as player playing Tirith, I would want to do this considering I just went through the thing with the mobster where I didn't do shit. Now's my chance to step up. This is Tirith's chance to step up, and yet I have to walk away.
So it's not even. You can still step up while not trying to overthrow the government.
No, it's not even.
That.
Well, it's.
I'm
I don't
just
even think it's that.
saying.
It's like you're also. You don't want to become Poppy.
Look, I know how Tirith is right now.
Yeah.
Right.
Right now, this Lord Valden or whatever is the mobster.
Yes,
Okay, and
But
this
you-
is my second chance.
but you can't. But you can't
Do
be
you get
Poppy.
that? No, but I can be Tirith who listens in a conversation. Wasn't that the whole? one of
Yes,
the
and that's
options
what
that
we're
I
doing.
could've
That's what we're
done?
doing now. That's what I'm
You
saying.
still can
With
do
your
that.
friends
But that's
thing.
not Tirith. That's me asking someone else to do
No,
it.
no, your friends thing is the new Tirith.
You tugged on
Okay,
a
yes.
string that.
That's what I'm saying. You discovered the underlying thing. Now it's not being Poppy just rushing in and beating heads. Now it's how
I'm not
can I
saying that's what we
actually
do.
how can I actually save this nation, not just kill this bad guy.
That's not what Tirith would want to do, and that's not what I'm saying Tirith would do. I'm saying he would go on a whole spree of figuring out how he got this stuff. That's what I'm saying. Like he would figure out evidence, put it against the law, whatever. It's like
But that's what we can do now.
You do have.
That's what I'm saying.
We have
I know
more
that
than
as a
enough time
player.
to kind of speed run through the
I don't want to
information.
do that. I just want to end this thing because I'm fucking tired, man. I just
Okay.
like I said, I think it's just too big of a carrot. I think we should
Okay.
have been kept a little bit simpler and just ended it.
I mean,
where
Well, that was
it-
also our fault. We didn't have to go here.
it was
yeah, but I think again the carrot was there.
it was there for sure. But you guys do things, and I'm going to, as a DM,
definitely.
not just be like, nope.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think
I kind of get that, but at the same time, I feel like that's what you've done. This at the end, you kind of put everything off limits, or you've really discouraged any of those actions, like Frank's whole plan for me to distract him. And I think Aaron and Steele, you were guilty of that too.
I mean,
Inside character.
Well, I
or
mean, I
outside
don't personally
character.
like the plan.
As
but-
a
I
DM,
get that we
I'm
want
not-
to wrap things up.
As a
But,
DM,
I mean-
I'm not telling you not to do anything. As Isabel, I was saying, hey, he keeps things incredibly to himself. So trying to just walk in there in an obvious ploy to, strum a guitar and sing him a song while your buddy walks in invisible is a very childish.
Yeah, I don't think
very
that
obvious.
plan was gonna. I don't. If
well,
that
no, but remember, he's a fairly well-known bard. He has a casino. He's
right, but
running
him just walking in
leverage
and playing
the
music,
character's
saying, "Hey, I could be
That's
an
not
act in
what
your
Frank's
casino."
plan was, though.
That's exactly
Yeah,
what Frank's plan was. It
That was what Frank
Frank's
had
plan
said.
was to say, hey, his plan was for me to go talk to him to persuade him to get me to be an opening act. His plan was for me to distract him, essentially,
two
not with playing music, but talking to him.
Yeah.
You'd have, yeah. I mean, like I said,
Well-
like that could have totally been a thing if
I just, again, I get as a player that we want to wrap this up, but as Tirith or whatever, he'd want to go and do that to figure out this information.
Oh, I don't see why we don't just do it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm saying you guys can gather
because
information.
because we want to move on to Nikki, because we want to end the session.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's fine. I mean, the more time we talk about what we can and cannot do and what we want to do but we won't do, I mean, is time that we could
Yeah,
be
we should
playing.
have it should have just been.
I just felt like I had to speak up because
No,
I
yeah.
feel the same way as Frank did. That's all.
I know we should. Yeah, but we should have just. This is one of those instances where we just wasted time. Let's just start it and do
I don't know.
whatever.
You guys were talking, so I thought I'd jump in. That's all.
No, I'm glad you spoke up, and I wanted to let you know my side of the story as the DM. Like,
Yeah, we did
I'm
the
not
thing.
telling you
We
not
did
to do
the thing we did with the arrow bullshit.
All right. So are we ready to jump back in?
Yep. Let's wrap this thing.
Have you figured out what you guys are talking about? So I heard.
They're gonna do whatever they want to do.
Okay.
We're just gonna go.
Wait, we're leaving Meridian? Is that the plan, or
Don't worry about it.
Go
Let's
back
just
to the
go
afternoon.
into the game and stop
And start playing.
doing
yeah.
this micromanaging stuff.
And 5, 4, 3. And we're back. Our party was just speaking about the potential of political subterfuge somewhere in the near future with Isabel.
But she did tell me where the stables were, and that
on the
they
northern
would
side.
probably have paid our bills. So I'm gonna head there.
yeah, same.
Yeah, we're gonna head there.
As we leave, I'm going to look back to Isabel, and I would like to say, look, I know you're not well liked by the other houses, but if you see an inn or someone you can work with, take it. The life of your country's at stake, and I've already seen you're willing to fight for what's important when I came across you initially. I'm not asking you to risk your life, but if you find an ally somewhere else that can start the legal proceedings, it's a lot better than an entire populace of people getting fed up and taking it into their hands.
Well, first of all, I've been trying that for the past couple months. You telling me to do it, I mean, I appreciate that you're on the same side of the coin as me. I'm going to keep trying to do what I can do to save not only myself, but the nation that I love. Right? So I will update you all.
And we'll be there when you need the help.
As soon as I get any amount of relevant information. I just got to make sure I do it in a very clean-cut way. Because someone like Volland is a genius, to say the least. So once again, Holy Meridian thanks you. You are always welcome. And if you all need a place to stay while you're in here, please don't hesitate to come talk to me first.
We definitely will.
Absolutely.
The act does not go unnoticed. Thank you.
Thank you. And would you be so kind as to close my door?
Of course.
Give it a little jiggle. Make sure it's
Like it's just like
Super
completely
sneaky.
dusty, and like that's the only thing that wasn't upgraded.
I use precipitation to cleaner for Dora.
As we leave, I know last time we were in this building, as we were running around to the Aether line, there was a wanted poster for me.
Oh yeah.
So, is that wanted poster still up?
You
I tore it down.
he tore all of them down except since then it seems as though your bounty's been doubled, and there's been
God.
He's
wanted
just gotta
posters
post it.
overflowing any amount of job posters, because the job posters used to be like, hey, we have work, we just need people, and now it's just
God.
been, we don't have work. And so the only thing that's been on that community board has been wanted posters, and any amount of other people on there has been just overtaken with another wanted poster of your own.
No sense of cleaning that off. Let's just go.
I mean, you can try to do,
A lot of dead trees.
I'm gonna cast minor illusion on myself and grow a giant handlebar mustache.
I love it.
I'm glad you did that, because if you didn't, I was going to tear down all of them except one and use my calligrapher's tools to give that one mustache.
If you do remember the last time that you perceived the wanted posters, there was a drawn-on Tweedly mustache.
Well, there you go.
So no, you now accurately fit the description.
Nice.
Of before.
So as you leave this, is there anything else you guys want to do while you're in here?
No.
Nah, not really.
You do?
No. Gotta make our way to Poppy.
Arcanum.
I don't know if they're at the Arcanum or on the road to the Arcanum.
So you make your way to the stables, and you notice that there's one out of the 6 that you guys brought. There's one opening that isn't actually there.
Okay, so Poppy got her trusty steed.
Up on my camel.
Wait, can we? Is Life still there?
No, she.
Oh, the mechanical horse
Yes.
is still there?
Yes.
Oh. Okay, well, I want to take it with us. I'll lead it along. Oh, shit. Yeah, we gotta wind that fucking
But
thing, don't we?
it goes.
It does go. Still, my creature doesn't
Yeah.
go quite as fast, so it's got to be behind mine.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it'll drag.
I don't
mine,
think
and
it's
that's just unsafe.
particularly fast. It just like has that longevity.
Yeah.
As we
Well.
walk by villagers coming in, on their normal horses.
Yeah,
Tip my hat.
normal.
We're on
Yeah.
fucking giant
Giant
lizards
bunny.
and shit.
There's like
And,
a
hey,
mechanical.
mine's not that exotic. I've just got a camel.
Yeah, well, yours is lame.
I've got a hornet.
Yours
Yeah,
flies.
that's the weirdest.
I'm pretty sure
You're
mine was
scouting
a
ahead,
giant lizard.
so-
Yeah, what popped
Yeah,
it,
yours
so-
was a lizard. Yeah.
But so you each
I have so many notes.
make your way towards the Arcanum, as that's kind of the only lead that you guys have as to where Poppy could be. As you leave the Holy Meridian, you notice large footprints and almost like quaking the ground. You can only assume them to be from a Leonin, as they're
Well, why was she running away so angry?
maybe her steed wasn't quite pulling the weight. I'm not sure.
And Sean's on a giant rabbit.
Jackalope. Yeah.
Oh, I think hers was like a hornet.
No,
something?
Sean, that's his.
No, that's
Hers
yours.
is
Like
a
Milton's.
wolferin. It's a giant wolf.
Oh,
So we have a giant cat riding a giant dog.
It's kind of like a warg.
Yeah, exactly. Giant cat riding a
It's
giant dog.
Basically a giant hyena.
Pretty fitting.
maybe she didn't quite have enough of a grip on her mount with quite literally a sack of parts.
Oh, yeah.
That equal a whole person.
Yeah, heavy.
So she had to walk.
But you guys finally, after a few hours, because if you all remember the map, Holy Meridian is quite close to the
Yeah.
Arcanum. So it only took a few hours to make your way there, and you finally step onto the grounds.
Or like, are we at the grounds, like at the front of the, I don't know, like castle.
Yes.
However, I would describe it as like a giant fucking castle. Okay. Park our steeds at the stable.
Yep.
And then make our way inside.
All right. Where are you guys heading?
Well, as we park our steeds, I just want to ask the stable master if he's seen a giant wolfrin.
Well, you notice it as.
Oh,
you,
good.
Yeah,
All right.
as you are like rounding the corner and you see this behemoth of a dog, wolf, or whatever.
Okay.
Let's head up to Hustrela and probably Araxis. 'Cause that's
Yeah.
probably where Poppy would bring life to get repaired,
Right.
if at all possible.
Well, as we kind of go along, I do want to ask Claire a quick thing
Mm-hmm.
about what I've seen, because I forgot to do it while we were riding along. As I was with Orin, and he showed me a series of events, I've seen two visions that are very perplexing, and I'm hoping you can elaborate on them a little bit, give me some insight. The first one was like an old me, and I don't understand.
Could you explain?
It didn't feel like me, if that makes sense. But I've seen someone call me by my name.
Call you?
Well, no, one of my compatriots was seeing through. It's complicated.
Okay.
They were seeing through this older me. And I mean, I don't really understand it, other than how would that have been me if it was a memory? And then also, what I had seen was the same situation, some case in Carantania, and 3 different instances of the case being identical, except for a couple of different choices were made. But it was perplexing because the villagers didn't seem to seem like they knew who we were, even though we were the same. And I mean, the first 2 times it seemed like a couple of us died, if not all of us, each time. But there was a very few different series of events of me dying or being arrested.
I have no other knowledge other than what you have just told me just now. You can roll me an insight check.
Oh. Ooh, okay. Ooh, that's a good one. 23.
When she says this, she hesitates a little bit.
And
Do
I know
hear
this,
him?
right? Like I know. Why do
Do
I
I hear
know?
him talking?
What?
Or are you talking? Do I hear you talking?
Oh, yeah, no, I'm like talking out loud because I don't have her projected anymore. It's past the time frame.
Mm-hmm.
So she disappears after an hour. I can redo her. But no, I was just kind of like talking to myself as we're like tying up our horses and stuff. Because I do want them, if they know anything, to like input while we're going along, because I don't fully understand all the visions. So if they have...
Okay, I'm just going to kind of say in passing, maybe it wasn't older you, maybe it was your father or grandfather or something.
With the same name of Revenant?
Well, I don't know.
That would be...
You did say those images were weird, not necessarily our correct memories, I guess.
And to be fair, Revenant's a code name given, correct?
Yeah.
Would it not be fitting?
Yeah, but the Arcaneum, why would they have given out this code name multiple times?
I mean, it would definitely clue in any of your handlers into anything that might be pertinent to your lineage.
Well, why the hesitation, Claire?
What do you mean?
I noted a moment of hesitation.
You see, when you say this, you feel more, almost like a glitch and whirring sounds, and then, hello, Revenant. What were we speaking about?
The messages from Oberon, the visions, the multiple me's.
And you feel it. Nothing.
What the fuck is going
I
on?
give a little tap on his head and go like, maybe you should get that looked at.
What the hell? No, I definitely do need to go get that looked at. That's not good. All right. Well, first Poppy, then me. Or well, first
Yeah.
Poppy and Life, then me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shit.
Yeah, so we're headed up to where Australia and
I'm gonna go see Mom.
Like near the top of the tower, yeah. See if Life's there at least.
Yeah.
If at all.
Mom stands for Mother of Machines. Get it? Mother of Machines. She built Warforged and she built me.
So you guys
Yeah, we get it.
make your way up the winding staircase of the tower. For about a minute and some very steep steps, you make your way into the aptly named laboratory. You see posted on a stretcher Life's skeletal structure.
Oh.
No sign of life.
Yeah. And in this room, you don't see Poppy, but Haustrela seems to be just working back and forth and trying to go through all the paperwork that she has on Warforged.
Does she,
Kind of looking a little frantic.
but does she look like she's like trying to fix him?
Yes. Yes.
Oh shit. Okay. Mom.
Oh my.
I think I might be able to help. I'm gonna take out my smith's tools.
She
and be
looked
like,
at.
I'm fucking ready.
She looks at all of you. Where have you been?
Suspended hundreds of feet in the air over Holy Meridian.
Yeah.
And unconscious,
Apt
apparently.
description. For a couple months.
But for us, it was only a couple minutes. It's complicated.
This. Does Araxis know you're here?
We
Not
just
yet.
arrived, actually.
We were looking for Life and Poppy.
Poppy's here. She's kind of been taking this whole process a little hard. Seeing not only who she claimed her little buddy be torn to shreds in front of her, but also any semblance of those she cared about. She thought you guys were gone.
Perhaps somebody should go console her a little bit.
I wouldn't do that right now.
Or is she destroying things?
We've had to rebuild a few rooms.
I'm surprised y'all ain't restrained her already.
Good
Magically.
luck. Good luck.
Magically, of course. Obviously, physical restraint. Ain't
That
gonna-
probably would make things worse.
Oh. So she's just thrashing about in sadness.
Correct.
So one of us should go see her. It could give her a sense of okay.
Got it.
How about we send a messenger?
Sure. Yeah, maybe that's it. I would hate for any of us to lose our heads.
I don't know about you. You guys must be all tired. If you were suspended in air for months.
It's a complicated story, but yeah.
I understand. I've been trying to work on your friend here. He is quite state of the art. More honestly, quite impressive, intricately crafted. Far better than anything that I've created. Sorry.
Well,
The
Are you gonna
perfect
be able to
blend
put
of
them back together?
mechanical and human.
What was that, Jareth?
are you going to be able to put them back together? Are they going to come back?
I can put him back together, just not as well as he's been made previously. Yes.
That's fine, but we can get him back. I can help you rebuild him.
Well, I have a question though. Warforged are not simply their mechanical bits and their alchemical blood. There's something else there. He was a person. That whatever that was.
You are 100% correct. I can only hope for the best once he is fully constructed that the rest of him is there as well.
Right.
There was
Hopefully
some.
Poppy brought all the pieces.
She brought
As much as
so much more than what I could even do with, but it seemed as though she scoured that place for everything she could get her hands on. I will say we won't know the internal workings of the mind until he's fully put back together. Whether he'll even turn on or what have you.
it's worth a shot.
Of course.
Do you have anybody whom you've been in contact with from Zykandur?
It's my understanding that this individual was on the lam, as they say.
Yeah. Yeah.
If
Letting
might
them
not
know he
wanna-
was here would not be good for
That's true.
political
Right.
and
there would be a
Safety reasons.
requisition of parts, so to
right.
speak.
Right. That's not a good idea.
Only we could find
But she
his-
used. I mean, she is. Remember, how Australia is a dwarf, so she's from Zykandur. So if anybody can rebuild a Warforged, I mean, oh, what happened?
Well, I haven't had that conversation with her. I don't know that.
Well, she's a dwarf. You can make the inference
Nah.
that she's from Zykandur. Where else would she be from? That's the only place dwarves are from. Yeah, literally. What?
I appreciate the thoughtfulness that you would like to help, potentially after Araxis speaks with you.
Right, yeah. We've been gone for months. Yeah. I'll go ahead to him now.
Yes.
I'll be back, though.
The rest of you, you're more than welcome to any amenities that we offer. This has been granted by Araxis. Should you guys ever show up, I'm glad you all are alive, of course. For now, I have to.
Right. Go. Oh, do your thing.
And you
To the
see,
dining hall.
I'll be back.
I could go for some fish here.
I go to the kitchen.
They're going to eat. I'm going to go see the boss.
as you guys are like turning away, you see she's like, "Oh God, what's this?"
Yeah, overwhelmed. See, that's why I got to get back. I got to get back and help her. Got to go help Mum.
We'll move to you, Red, as you move up.
Go see the
to
boss man.
Arax's personal office.
Oh, you knock on that door, huh?
I didn't open the other one. That was Asherak. Thank you very much.
You were going to.
Come in.
I opened the door. Sir, I was
Welcome.
told by Estrella to come see you immediately. Report in on
Yes,
what happened in Meridian.
as soon as you stepped on our grounds, I knew that you were well.
Apologize for not coming here first, sir. I just wanted to make sure my other compatriots were all right. It seems like she's attempting at her best to rebuild life, and Poppy is in a fit.
She has been uh, enraged.
I'm glad that you didn't use extreme measures. I appreciate that.
Well, she is an asset to us.
That'd be bad to rub her the wrong way.
Exactly.
Well, I've come to tell you what we discovered.
Yes, please report.
First and foremost, there was no actual portal.
Interesting.
Yes, it was some sort of illusion. But we did fight rust monsters that somehow got to Meridian. We're still unsure of exactly how that happened. But we subdued the large one before it was able to encompass any other but one singular plateau. And unfortunately, the entire plateau was decimated, but civilians made it out.
Good work.
We have not stumbled upon any other instances of portals, so to speak. And there is currently some sort of plot thickening in Meridian, though that is political and maybe outside of our jurisdiction.
I can have Prowler look into it as soon as possible.
Sure.
I'm not sure how. Honestly, you were even alive.
Yes, we were up there for apparently months. And as soon as we came down, we went to go look for the rest of our party, and then we came here.
Do you have anything further you would like to report?
Logistically, nothing of note, as it doesn't pertain to any other sources of portals. So unfortunately, I think overall this mission was not productive.
Can you produce Claire for me?
Yes, of course. I will bring her out. Hopefully not glitching. So I don't like.
You see, she. Araxis, hello.
Okay.
Yes, Claire. Are all systems functioning well? Yes, all systems running perfectly fine.
Tip top, sir.
Right, Claire. Execute protocol Zeta 457. You see, she's visibly. But, sir, execute it now. Yes, sir. Executing. And
With me?
you are
Or her?
shut down.
Oh, me? Oh shit.
And that's where we'll end. Thank you. This has been 20-sided dice fight.